HSI buybacks. So I think this is the main distribution model of Icosa. And the way it works is that the Icosa smart contract will buy HSIs, and then it will mint Icosa to the person who sends their HSIs to that smart contract. The amount of Icosa that's going to be minted is calculated through the amount of borrowable hedron that HSI stake has, divided by the T-share rate. So what that means is stakes that have more hedron that's able to be advanced upon are able to get more Icosa when you send the HSI to this contract. Now, there are three things to keep in mind with this. First, the Icosa is minted immediately upon sale. 2, max stakes with 5555s get 10% extra Icosa on top of their base rate, as well as HSIs with launch bonuses will get a bonus equivalent to the X's that they got for their launch bonus. So all HSIs with a 10x launch bonus will get a 10% Icosa bonus in addition to the max link one, and then a 9x will get 9%, 8x, 8%, etc., all the way to 1x, which is, I guess, 1% bonus. So once you send the HSI to the contract, the contract is going to mint your Icosa. And then what's going to happen is that smart contract will immediately take an advance against that sold HSI. So you send your HSI, you send your HSI, you get your Icosa, and the smart contract takes out an advance against that stake. And then that smart contract is not going to pay the advance back. It's going to allow that HSI to default and head to the liquidation market. And so now we have a situation where the supply of Icosa is tied directly to HSIs that are sent to the liquidation market. And in fact, it incentivizes people to take HSIs either by making new ones or taking the ones that they have previously made, especially the ones during the launch phase, send them to this contract and get it on the liquidation market. And as we all know, hex stakes on the liquidation market can be bid on with hedron. And the amount of hedron that wins the stake gets burned. So that's one important feature of this system. Let's look at the next one. Oh, sorry, yeah. Also, here's just a quick example of how that math would work out. So let's say you have a 1 T-share stake and it's maxed out Quattro Cinco. You get 5,555,000 advanceable hedron, and that is divided by the share rate. Now, the share rate is about 22,818. However, the way it is coded in Solidity, there's an extra decimal there. So when the Icosa smart contract pulls that data from the Hex smart contract, there's one extra zero, further kind of diminishing the supply of Icosa a little bit, which I think is pretty cool. And so with this 1 T-share stake, the max stake link, you would get 24 Icosa as the base rate. And then, of course, you get your Quattro Cinco bonus. So you get about 26 Icosa for a 1 T-share stake. Now, I kind of let that sink in a little bit, because 1 T-share is a lot. Even on this 90% dip, if you want a T-share that's maxed out for the 15.2 years, that'll cost you about, I think, like $300, $400. That's not an insignificant amount, and you're only getting 26 Icosa coins for that. So, this coin, unlike Hedron, which has trillions of supply, will not be as abundant in terms of raw numbers that Hedron is. And keep that in mind as we move through this presentation too, because there are going to be more layers added to the scarcity aspect of Icosa. So you have the HSI buyback.